Welcome to one of the most unexpected yet rapidly expanding agricultural sectors in the United States. Python farming. In a world where alternative protein and exotic materials are on the rise, the U.S. has developed large-scale python farms that produce not only meat considered a delicacy in some cultures, but also premium-grade python leather used in high-end fashion. While the image of a python may evoke fear or fascination, what happens behind the scenes at these farms is a story of science, precision, and modern agriculture. From hatchlings to handbags, every step is tightly controlled for safety, quality, and profit. The journey begins in specially equipped breeding facilities. Female pythons are kept in controlled enclosures and monitored during the reproductive cycle. When eggs are laid, they are transferred to high-tech incubators where humidity and temperature are maintained with surgical precision. Incubation period, approximately 60 days. Success rate over 90% in optimized facilities. Climate control, AI monitored for temperature swings and moisture levels. Upon hatching, baby pythons are separated by size and health condition and placed in nurseries with soft flooring, proper UV lighting, and minimal stress environments. As the snakes grow, they are transferred to larger enclosures. These pens mimic natural habitats but are designed for easy cleaning, feeding, and veterinary access. Python farms in the U.S. are zoned by age group: juveniles, subadults, and full-grown pythons. Feed: specially formulated diet of thawed rodents, rabbits, or poultry feeding schedule. Every 10 to 14 days to simulate natural digestion cycles. Monitoring: each python has a microchip for health records and growth tracking. Most adult pythons reach harvesting size between 3 to 5 years, growing up to 6 meters in length and weighing 30 to 70 kilograms, depending on their diet and genetic factors. Animal health is a top priority. Licensed exotic animal veterinarians routinely examine pythons for signs of disease, injuries, or stress. Farms maintain detailed health logs, and strict biosecurity measures are implemented to prevent cross-contamination. Checkups: monthly for adults, bi-weekly for juveniles. Common checks: skin integrity, feeding response, parasite scans. Quarantine: new imports or sick animals are isolated immediately. Farms also invest in research to improve python welfare and optimize feed efficiency and growth rates using non-invasive methods. When pythons reach market size, they are transported in temperature-controlled containers to processing plants. The slaughter process follows USDA Humane slaughter guidelines, minimizing stress and pain. Stunning: electric or CO2 stunning slaughter, a quick and precise method performed by trained professionals. Meat separation: immediate skinning and evisceration. The meat is then washed, inspected, and classified based on texture, color, and weight. Python meat is pale, firm, and surprisingly lean. It's high in protein and low in fat, making it attractive to consumers interested in alternative meats. In the U.S., python meat is still niche but growing, particularly among gourmet chefs and ethnic markets. Top dishes include grilled python steaks, python stew with medicinal herbs, python sausages, popular in Florida and New Orleans markets, stir-fried python with chili and garlic. Processed python meat is vacuum-sealed, flash-frozen, and shipped to restaurants, specialty grocery stores, and exporters. After slaughter, the skin is preserved with precision. Python leather is one of the most prized exotic leathers in the world. Each piece is valued for its natural pattern, elasticity, and unique scales. Tanning process: degreasing and cleaning, softening through chemical baths, dyeing and waterproofing, UV sealing to prevent discoloration. The finished python leather is sent to artisanal tanneries or fashion houses across the globe. Python leather is synonymous with luxury. It's used in everything from haute couture to premium accessories, often fetching thousands of dollars per item. Common python leather products, handbags by brands like Gucci, Hermes, and Prada, dress shoes and boots, belts and watch straps, wallets and phone cases. Luxury houses prefer python leather for its uniqueness. No two skins look exactly alike. Python farms in the US operate under strict environmental regulations. Enclosures use recycled materials, and waste is minimized through efficient composting and bioconversion systems. Some farms also participate in conservation breeding to offset wild population declines elsewhere. Water recycling systems, climate-controlled facilities powered by solar panels, zero waste goals in processing plants. Moreover, the industry is pushing for more transparency with blockchain tracking for each python from birth to product. 2. As with all exotic animal industries, python farming is subject to controversy. Wildlife activists monitor these farms closely, and government regulations require licenses, regular audits, and environmental compliance. Regulations: U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, USDA and CIT's concerns. Addressed wildlife trafficking, animal stress transparency and sourcing. To stay legal, farms must prove captive breeding with documented lineage and operate under welfare guidelines. America is not alone in this sector. Thailand, Indonesia, and Vietnam are major players in python meat and skin production. However, U.S. farms are setting a global standard in humane practices, scientific breeding, and ethical luxury production. Exports: Asia for meat, Europe for leather. Domestic market: growth, gourmet food sector, high fashion, and sustainable leather goods. Innovation: AI-driven farming systems, gene selection for better skin pattern and growth rate. With growing demand for both sustainable protein and alternative leather, the future of python farming looks surprisingly bright. From icy rivers in the north to warm lakes in the tropics, carp have long reigned as the kings of freshwater. As one of the most widely farmed fish species on Earth, making up nearly half of all farmed freshwater fish globally, carp are more than just a food source. They are symbols of prosperity, tradition, and resilience. But what does it take to bring these fish from farm to plate? In this video, we'll walk you through the full harvesting process of carp, a journey of patience, precision, and respect for nature. After 6 to 12 months of care and feeding, farmed carp typically reach a harvest-ready weight of 2 to 3 pounds. But before any fish is taken from the water, there's an essential step: pre-harvest fasting. About 3 to 5 days before harvest, farmers stop feeding the fish. This allows the carp to purge any waste from their digestive systems, which helps improve the quality of the meat, making it firmer, cleaner, and less likely to have a muddy or fishy taste. It's a simple but vital measure that significantly boosts the freshness and shelf life of the final product. Carp are typically harvested in the early morning or late afternoon, when water temperatures are lower. Why? Fish are calmer during these cooler hours. Lower stress levels reduce the risk of injury, bruising, and mortality, all of which can affect meat quality. By choosing the right time of day, farmers ensure a smoother process, not only for the fish, but also for the workers managing the operation. Harvesting begins with large seine nets that slowly gather the fish into a smaller space, usually in cornered-off sections of the pond or specialized collection tanks. It's critical that handling is gentle and controlled. Any rough movements or sudden jolts could damage the fish's scales, bruise the body, or even cause internal stress, all of which degrade meat texture and visual appearance. For large-scale harvests, mechanical cranes with water-filled containers may be used to transfer fish without exposing them to the air for too long. Once collected, live carp are quickly moved into oxygenated transport tanks or chilled containers for the journey to the processing plant. Time is of the essence. The faster the fish are transported, the fresher the final product. Most facilities aim to process fish within 2 to 4 hours of harvesting to retain peak quality. During this short window, the fish remain alive or are humanely euthanized upon arrival, depending on the processing regulations of the region. At the facility, carp are immediately sorted by size, weight, and health. Damaged or undersized fish are separated and may be used for other purposes like animal feed or fertilizer. Only the healthiest, most marketable specimens continue to the next stage. This step ensures consistency in product grading, which is crucial for both domestic and international buyers. At the processing facility, carp are thoroughly cleaned to ensure freshness and food safety. The process begins with descaling and fin trimming, followed by gill removal and gutting to eliminate odor and prevent spoilage. Finally, the fish are rinsed with clean or lightly salted water to remove any remaining blood or mucus. All steps are performed under strict hygiene and temperature control to maintain the fish's quality before freezing and packaging. After cleaning, the carp are frozen immediately to lock in freshness and preserve quality. Depending on the facility, methods like contact freezing, air blast freezing, or IQF individual quick freezing are used. Once frozen, each fish is vacuum sealed or wrapped in shrink film, then packed into insulated cartons for transport. The final products are stored at -22 degrees Fahrenheit, -30 degrees Celsius in cold storage, allowing them to maintain flavor, texture, and nutritional value for several months before distribution. The journey doesn't end at the factory. From here, carp are shipped to local markets, supermarkets, and export distributors. In Asia especially, carp are often sold fresh or even live in wet markets, prized for their use in traditional dishes and ceremonies. In many cultures, the carp is more than just a fish. It's a symbol of perseverance, wealth, and even spiritual transformation, and making its presence on the table deeply meaningful. From gentle ponds to modern processing lines, carp remain one of the most sustainable and accessible sources of protein in the world. The next time you see one on your plate, remember the journey it took, rooted in nature, guided by science, and handled with care every step of the way.
When you think of ducks, you might picture a quiet pond or a savory dish. But few realize these birds are at the heart of a massive global industry. Over 1.1 billion ducks are raised every year, 3 times the US population. Behind this number is a highly efficient system combining tradition, technology, and precision farming. Ducks aren't just valuable for their rich meat and golden eggs. They offer more iron than chicken and more omega-3s than salmon, making them a rising star in the world of nutrition. But raising ducks is no easy task. It requires advanced incubation systems, strict health protocols, automated feeding, and meticulous hygiene. Today, we take you inside the modern duck industry, from hatcheries to high-tech farms, from salted eggs to crispy roast duck, to uncover how these birds are raised, processed, and delivered to plates around the world. Duck farming begins at specialized breeding farms, where fertilized eggs are collected and inspected for quality. Only the healthiest eggs are placed into automated incubators, maintaining a precise temperature of 37.5 degrees Celsius and optimal humidity. Over 28 days, the eggs are gently rotated and closely monitored to support healthy embryo development. As hatching approaches, the ducklings tap their way out of the shells, emerging damp and fragile. After drying under warm air, they are vaccinated to protect against diseases like avian flu, crucial for a species highly vulnerable to outbreaks. Each duckling is then checked for health and size before being placed into climate-controlled crates for transport to rearing farms, where their next chapter begins. After hatching, ducklings are transported to rearing farms with tightly controlled environments. Temperature, humidity, and lighting are automated to create ideal conditions for growth. During their first weeks, warmth and low stress are essential. As they mature, conditions are gradually adjusted to help them adapt. Feeding systems deliver high-protein, vitamin-rich diets tailored for ducks' rapid growth and strong immunity. Clean water is always available, supporting digestion and allowing natural swimming behavior from an early age. In traditional farms, ducks roam freely in shaded pens. In modern facilities, mesh flooring and narrow ramps help reduce slipping and stress. Technicians monitor their health daily, while automated systems track feed and water intake to ensure optimal growth. After about 5 to 6 months, the ducks reach full maturity and are sorted for either egg production or meat processing, completing this critical stage of development with health, safety, and efficiency at the forefront. Female ducks raised for egg production can lay up to 250 eggs per year, especially during warmer months. Unlike chickens, they don't brood their eggs, so farmers collect them daily to ensure freshness. Duck eggs are known for their rich flavor and higher protein and omega-3 levels, making them popular among chefs and health-conscious consumers. Some eggs are used to make salted duck eggs, a savory delicacy gaining attention beyond Asian cuisine. After cleaning, the eggs are coated in a mix of clay, salt, and water, then cured for 30 to 40 days. The result is a briny egg white and a creamy, golden yolk with intense umami flavor. These specialty eggs are now showing up in everything from pastries to gourmet sauces, reflecting America's growing appetite for bold, international flavors and artisan products. Once ducks reach market weight, they're transported to processing plants in specially designed crates to minimize injury. There, trained staff and automated systems handle the slaughter, feather removal, and evisceration process with precision and hygiene. Ducks are then immersed in chilled water to reduce core temperature and prevent bacterial growth. Chilling chambers allow cool air to circulate, preserving the meat's quality before packaging. Select ducks are further processed into roasted duck, known for its crispy skin and tender meat. The ducks are first scalded in herbal-infused hot water with lime leaves and spices to tighten the skin and add aroma. After drying, they're roasted at high temperatures for 30 to 40 minutes. The result? A crispy golden exterior with juicy, flavorful meat inside. Ducks are then chopped, plated, or vacuum sealed for distribution, appearing in everything from fine dining restaurants to family meals. Though duck farms require frequent cleaning, due to high moisture waste that releases ammonia, the manure itself is highly valuable. Called black gold, duck manure is rich in nutrients and used to fertilize crops or revitalize aquaculture ponds. From hatch to harvest, the duck's journey is a seamless blend of tradition, science, and innovation. Whether it ends up as a gourmet dish or a glowing salted yolk, each duck represents an intricate system of care, efficiency, and global culinary connection. Duck farming isn't just about raising birds, it's about feeding the world with precision, quality, and purpose.